these things always happens to me. I don't know why. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Queen Suffi. Like, let me try and see if this thing is ongoing. Today's topic is spicy. Today's topic is gushy. Today's topic is mm, mm, mm. Today's topic is today's topic is today's topic is today's topic is ooh. Hey you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Queen Suffi. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you are a returning subscriber, I am Queen. Thank you for always coming back. So I am Queen Suffi, and today we are going to be talking about sex. Yeah, something that almost most people do, but never really wants to talk about. And yeah, I was like thinking about it, and my mom actually suggested why not talk about something like this because it's something that's going too rampant right now, and nowadays you cannot even tell who is actually having STDs, because we're going to be talking about STDs, types of STDs, and then we are also going to be talking about the preventives of STDs. Now, why I really do want to talk about this is because I know most young girls like myself and other young boys are engaging in this act, but never really wants to talk about things like this. But then when you look at it, it is really, really important to talk about things like this. So I thought about that and I said, yeah, why not talk about it instead of just jumping off from that? So yes, we are going to be talking about, first of all, let me tell you, intercourse is just the act of one another getting into intimacy. It can be with a man and a woman, which is a straight one, and then it can be with both two females, it can be with two males, it can even be with three people at the same time, because most people just love doing threesome. I don't know why, but then yes, I'm not judging anybody, but then I think we should go right into the video. And yes, I did my research already, and then I put everything into like PDF. So in case you see me looking down, I am reading from the um PDF file so that I will not lose track. Now I want you to know that we are going to be talking about sex, but then we are going to be specifically talking about the sexual transmitted diseases. Sex is something pleasurable, but then you know sometimes pleasure comes with trouble, and then it is important for us to talk about it in order to avoid this, things that it comes in. It's nice that when we are going for pleasure, let's have pleasure, and then let's not go back and have something to really think about. So now we are going to be talking about I'm saying four, sorry, 10 different sexual transmitted diseases. And I did my notes already, so I'm going to read out all of those 10 to you, and then we are going to be talking about it. I will so much appreciate it. Hello Dimbili Barry, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. I love you, and I will appreciate you so much if you drop comments, if you like this video. Let's talk about this. If you are a virgin, please just say hi and then listen. If not, then you have to talk. All right, we have to discuss. So now I have 10 sexual diseases to me. We have the chlamydia, we have gonorrhea here, we have, oh my goodness, I'm not a medical student, just in case I didn't call these sicknesses right. Okay, we have trichomoniasis, neosis, and then we have genital wax, we have genital herpes, we have 6, we have public lice, yeah. And then there is scabies, there is, I haven't seen, okay, here it is, there is syphilis, and then there is this what we call HPV. So many of them. And at 10, number 10, the most dangerous of them all, the most one that has gone viral, the one that have that people have that you will not know that this person have, is HIV, AIDS. Yes. So now I want us to start talking about these ones one after the other, but then I want to start with the 10th one because HIV is a global thing. I mean, it's killing people slowly, and then people are getting it. This HIV thing and sensitizations have been going on about this HIV stuff since I was like in prep. So that is like some God, guys, please excuse me just 1 second. I'm not going to tell you live. I'm not going to tell you live. I'm not talking. You know you mean the talking side. Hey, I'm so sorry about that. I had to remind my brothers that I'm doing something here, and then so that they can just reduce the noise that they're causing. So yes, as I was saying, I want us to talk about HIV first, then we can go to syphilis, then we can go to gonorrhea, because these three are really rampant in not just in Sierra Leone, over the world. And then in as much as HIV started years back, and then people were really going about sensitizing one another about it, it seems that over some years the sensitization just stopped, and then the disease started growing, the virus started um growing and then increasing rapidly, and then infecting others. So now HIV is the human immunodeficiency virus, affects the cells in your immune system and their ability to fight everyday infections and diseases. HIV infection is found in body fluid and is mostly commonly transmitted through sexual contact. Um, yes, HIV is contacted through sexual intercourse, through unprotected sexual intercourse. That is why it is important. And do you know HIV kills? Not just HIV, most of these STDs kill. And then the bad part about HIV is that it doesn't have a cure. They only have a medication that will help you to manage it. They have a medicine that they will give you that will like dormant the virus, but then it does not heal. Like there is no cure for HIV. You see why it's important for us to talk about STDs, because most of them do not even have cure. That means when you make a mistake and then get in contact with any, oh my goodness, you're going to like live with that forever, or something that might even be because of your death. So HIV, now we have this one that we call HPV. I do not really know much about HPV and have not been hearing about it, but HPV is the name of a very common group of viruses affecting the skin. So for most people, they do not cause medical problem, but for some types can cause genital warts or cancer. There are more than 100 different types of HPVs. So you know HPVs are different viruses. These are group of viruses, not one, over 100 viruses. And then these viruses, over 13, according to my research, 13 types of these viruses causes cancer, vaginal cancer. And we all know cancer has no cure. All right, there are different kinds of cancer and it does not have cure. And when you have cancer down there, that means, oh my goodness, you're going to be, in fact, you almost next to your grave, because y'all cannot get sick down there. Because if you get sick down there, that nothing should actually happen to down there, because it's like whole your life. Yes, I am trying my best to like send this message out, but then I'm trying my best not to like spill too much because of YouTube and the guidelines and everything. I will not want my video or my channel to be demonetized or even take down. But then, yes, that is what I will say. Often there is no symbol, but sometimes the viruses can cause painless growth or lumps around your VJ, your P, or your anus. You guys see, HPV is really dangerous, not just HIV. This thing, the thing that's dangerous about this is that the symptom does not come earlier. So sometimes you can be living with STDs, but then you will not know that you are living with STDs. So that is why it's very much important for you to stay to the end of this video, because we are going to be looking at some preventives for these STDs. We all know cancer doesn't help. So some of the symptoms are painless lumps going around your VJ or your P. Yeah, we'll just use V for the woman's genital part, and then we use P for the male genital side. All right. HPV, if you do not get that, let me explain it. These are group of viruses, not one virus, over hundreds of viruses. And then these, out of these hundreds of viruses, over 13 of this type of viruses causes genital cancer. We all know cancer doesn't heal. It doesn't have cure. All right. So we all have to look out, all right, for each other, because this isn't good at all. It's not. So you see, there is no treatment for HPV, but most infections do not cause problems and are cleared by your body within 2 years. So just know that when you get HPV, and if you got the normal one that doesn't cause cancer, it only takes like 2 years. It don't have treatment. It takes like 2 years for you to get clean down there. So you all need to watch out. So like, you see, HPV is really bad. Next we have syphilis. Now syphilis is a new name to y'all. Y'all know much about syphilis. All right. Let me just read out the definition so that we can talk a little bit about it. So syphilis is a chronic infectious disease caused by Treponema pallidum, a type of bacterium, bacteria. So it's caused by bacterials. All right. It is mostly common spread during sex, oral, anal, or VJ. So in case you are a lesbian, and you think that you cannot get in contact with STDs, then you are fooling yourself. If you think because you are a homosexual person and that you cannot get in contact with STDs, then you are fooling yourself, because we just saw here, right here, that it can be contacted through sex, through the VG, or through the anus. We all know that homos use their anus, so that's no excuse. It can be oral. So yeah, let's go. It's mostly commonly spread during, that thing, or through close contact with an infectious sore. All right, this is another thing I want us to know. Sometimes STDs are not just spread through, yes, not just spread through that, but they can be spread through infectious wounds. These viruses, these STDs lives in the blood system. So when you get caught, wounds, if somebody is using like a knife or an object and then pierce his or her body, and it happens that that person have some of these STDs, and then you also mistakenly pierce yourself with that same object, then that means that there's possibility of transmission. So you all needs to be looking out. All right. Now, syphilis, it can pass on from mother to babies. That's sad. With an increased risk of miscarriage, fatal death, and premature. So this is something that I've been telling you about STDs. They cause death. So syphilis here is caused by bacteria, and then when somebody have it, it can, for females, it can cause miscarriages, and then it can be passed through to the baby, and then also for the males, both male and female, it can lead to fatal death or premature birth. You see? So yeah, we all need to be looking out for each other because these things aren't good enough. Next we have scabies. When you think about scabies, when you have scabies, what do you think about? Rashes, huh? That's what you think about. Now let's learn about this. Scabies is a common STI. This one is sexually transmitted infection that can affect anyone. It should be treated quickly to prevent it from spreading. Scabies is a very infectious, but can take up to 8 weeks for visible symptoms to appear. So luckily for scabies, it's not even luckily, it's the disease that there's no lucky stuff in it. But then scabies can be known immediately after you contacted it. 2, 3 to 8 weeks, you can start getting the symptoms, and then some of those symptoms are intense itching, especially at night. So this sickness knows when it's daytime and when it's nighttime. How? Anyways, that was just fun. All right, feel like it's there. And then if you are light skin, most of that it's red, you need to go to the doctor. Or if it's itchy down there too much, and you're a black person, as much as that it's itchy too much, then you need to go to the doctor. Next here we're going to be talking about public lice. Honestly, I haven't heard of this public lice before, but then yes, let's see it. The lice is spelled LICE. So public lice are tiny insects that live on public. Oh, you have to tell officers to stop doing this to me. Thank you. Anyway, by the way, before we go further, I really like what I'm putting on today. I feel like orange look pretty good on me. What do you think? Now let's go right. So public lice, these are insects. These are not bacteria, these are not viruses, but they are insects that live in your public ear. So this comes to a point where your house should be shaving. We should be what? Shaving. Some people do not like to shave. Some people allow the thing to like grow like this to this. Yeah, see how long that is, and some people just love that. But then here is a risk. There is an insect that can live in public here, so do not keep public here, and then this can cause infection for us. Let me read further. Mostly through okay. They are spread through close body contact, mostly through sexual contact. You see, if you want to get intimate with somebody that you notice the public air is too much, it's not a crime. It's not bad for you to take shaving stick, take shaving machine, and shave that person. It's a fact. It can be love. Like that's a way for you to oh my goodness. That's a way for you to express love. So take just tell him or her, babe, today before we go into, I want me to like just allow me to take care of you. And then when you tell that person that, take shaving stick, take shaving machine, shave the person. All right, shave him or her, and then make it so romantic so that the person will not feel bad. Because the risk is that maybe this incense might be in the public here, because this incense lives in public. If you are too in a haste to get into, and then you do not want to clean up the person, I mean, there's possibility for the insect to transfer to you. And guess what that will cause? Infection, sexually transmitted diseases. Let's see some of the symptom, all right? And then we'll see if it's treatable. So it's a itchy that is usually worse at night, small red blue spot on your skin, white or yellow dot, dark red or brown spot under your underwear. So ladies, men, we all need to like check our undies that we're wearing. Don't just after, oh my god, that's why you have to watch this live till the end, because we are going to be talking about preventive methods. So whenever you take off your on this, you have to observe it. If you see unusual red spotting, unusual dark spotting on it, you have to like try to know your body. You have to like be questioning things to yourself so that you will like make sure you are healthy. Not because you want to get intimate with somebody else, but because yourself you want to. And then Billy Barry, I really want to reply to your comment. If you can just type in English or type in French in some translator, because I cannot translate from here. I can't translate it, so please just try to translate it to English and then type. So as I was saying, take a try to take good care of yourself, and then yeah, so that you yourself will feel healthy. So let's go to the symptom again of this. The treatment. A doctor and nurse will check your hair for lice, and specifically your public ear. They may use a comb or a magnifying lens and ask about your sexual partners, blah 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 blah. So you see, these things live in public here. The ones over here, some people have public cares over here, and then some people have too much of. So if you're watching this and you have too much of public care, please, it's night, I hope you have electricity. Just take shaving stick or shaving machine and clean that place really smooth. It's good for your health. All right, next we are going to be talking about genital herpes. Genital herpes. Like genital herpes is caused by the herpes simplex virus. So this one is caused by virus. They passes on through sexual contact. People can pass on herpes when they are not showing any symptom. You see, some of these STDs can be passed on to someone without showing any symptoms. Some of us can be having it, but then because we are not doing medical checkup, me, I do medical checkup sometimes. I do. Sometimes I just go to the hospital myself. I'm even like I'm even telling you guys about myself, but then this is real. I sometimes go to the hospital, find a day, and then go to the hospital, talk to the nurses that I just want to do checkup about myself. do HIV checkup, do other transmitted disease checkup, just for me to be sure of my health status, just for me to like continue to be like, oh, okay, I'm doing a good job. I'm actually following the preventive methods. So sometimes it's really good for you to go to the hospital, because sometimes you might be having these um STDs, and then you might not even know that you're having. You might not even know that you're having it. So you see, it is important, but nobody have liked this video. Why? Anyways, let's go further. Next, we have like this. Let me tell you the symptom. All right, includes small fluid-filled blisters. So sometimes, if you just see wounds around your genital areas for no good reason, you didn't remember you scratching yourself, you didn't remember you having rough inti that's intimacy, you didn't remember you having rough intimacy that might cause that, then you have to question yourself, because for no good reasons you just see wounds around your those areas. You have to check yourself. And then they clear up by themselves, but they do not have cure. Genital herpes doesn't have cure. So when you see wounds around yourself that you're not sure of, that you do not think these wounds are supposed to be there, do not scratch yourself by mistake, then you have to do checkup. All right. Next, we have genital warts. So there are genital herpes, there are genital warts, and these are also caused by HPV. I told you about HPVs. That these viruses are like a type of virus that affects the skin. These are hundreds of different types of HPVs around. 13 of these can cause cancer, including cervical cancer in women, and oh my goodness, that is bad. Treating for genital warts, many include the application of prescription cream or liquid over several weeks, or surgery where wax are cut, burnt, laser, or frozen off. So for treatment, they most time gives antibiotics, ointment, and yes, or a surgeon can just cut off the wax, burn or laser. That's their treatment whatsoever. They know what they do. But then next we go to this word is really big. I don't know how they pronounce it. This medical people just have big terms, everything. So I pronounce it as trichomoniasis. It's caused by parasites called Suffi. Usually, let me tell you the symptom. Usually develop within a month of infection, similar to those of many STDs. Like this one have symptoms that are similar to many STDs, and they are unlikely to go away treatment, but it can be effectively treated with antibiotics. So usually metronidazole. So metronidazole is used to treat this kind. Next we have gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is not a secret. Gonorrhea is not new. Gonorrhea is I've been hearing about that for a while now. And then still it is going also. Gonorrhea is caused by bacteria, and then some of the symptoms is that it includes thick green or yellowish discharge from vagina or pee. So sometimes males do have discharges too. For gonorrhea, anytime you see thick green, yeah, you see thick green or yellow discharge, you need to go and do checkup. You need to go and do checkup. So at number one, we have chlamydia. When they do show in women, they might include pain when urinating. So for this, one of the symptoms is like pain when urinating, And then I'm looking if these ones are treatable. So yeah, this one are treatable by using antibiotics, and then when you're treating yourself with it, you have to avoid ET. So now, without wasting any more time, let's go into preventive. All right, this one will be really short but then educative, so you have to listen. Let me check if the audio is still good. All right, it should be good. So you all see this this genital, these STDs aren't good. You all see that these STDs are not good. Are you even hearing? So you all see. I think I lost the voice.
Are you even
Okay, okay. I didn't lose the voice. Now let's go. Let's go to the preventive method. Everything can be prevented, and it's mostly we have the thing that they say prevention is better than cure, which is really true. One preventive method I will advise is the use of condoms. I mean, in Africa, I don't know about somewhere else, all right? In Africa, people intentionally do not use condoms. You know why? Because they believe that using condom, you will not get the pleasure that you're supposed to be getting, which is not true. Yeah, you had me right. That is not true. So that is one of the few preventive methods. Use condoms. All right, use condoms, especially if you do not have one partner. If you do not if you are playing around, like going from this to this to this, or if you are doing business, use condom. You never know who have HIV. You never know who has syphilis. You never know who has gonorrhea. You never know who has these STDs that are really deadly. So don't just trust people like that. Use condom. That is one. The next one that I listed here is vaccination. All right, I don't let me just read more. Vaccines are safe, effective, and recommended ways to prevent hepatitis B and HPV. So they're actually vaccines that are given to prevent these diseases and all. And another one is abstinence. This is the best. I don't think so, because some of these STDs can be transmitted even without that thing. But I'll explain that. But then abstinence is one of the best preventive methods ever. If you do not want STDs, and then just don't abstain from sex. Yes, abstain completely. When you abstain, you have less things to worry about, except if you wound yourself with an object and you're not sure of the person that used it, then yeah, then you might get something to worry about. But then abstain. So let's go to another one. Is have mutual monopoly. Mutual monopoly, what is this? This is when you as a person will agree with another person that you are going to be having inti with just that person, and the person also have an agreement with you that they are going to be having intimacy with just you. So at that way, if you do not want to use condoms, then you cannot use condom because you're all just having it with the both of you. So that's another way. The other one here that I listed is I hope this is not embarrassing, but reduce the number of people you have intimacy with. It's not bad to have intimacy with just one person, except if you are doing business. So if you do have one person that you're having intimacy with, that is so cool. Don't be having sex here and there and there and there. It's not good. It's not safe at all. That is the honest truth. So reduce the number of people you're having intimacy with, and use condom, have mutual monopoly, and then abstain from sex. And also please be doing checkups regularly anytime you have time. Most times they do not cost that much, and sometimes even some of these tests are free, so you all can go to the hospital, get tested, and make sure that you're free from this thing. So yeah, this is all for this video. I hope this is useful, not just for me, and then I hope this helps a lot of people, especially young girls. And then I hope you're ready to buy your pack of condoms, or you're ready to make sure you have mutual monopoly consent of having sex with just one person, or also you are ready to reduce the number of people you have having intimacy with. In that way, you will prevent yourself from STDs, because STDs are deadly. They lead to death. Always remember that. So this is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on another live. Bye guys.